And now, please give a warm welcome to our next storyteller.
As a more mature person, which sounds a lot better than saying I'm an old fart, if love is a battlefield, I'm actually not a scarred, hardened veteran. Even though I'm gray-haired and bald and a little bit grizzled, in matters of love, I am a clean, fresh-faced new recruit. Why, you ask? Because in my entire life, I have had less than 10 first dates. I accomplished this task by being a total nerd as a high school student. And then I met my late wife on my 21st birthday. When she passed away many years later, I started dating, and on the second attempt at dating, I ended up in a 15-year relationship. Well, recently, I found myself single again, clean slate. And so the last time I had to date in 2008, I used a dating service, and I thought, well, if it was able to start a fire then, let's try again. And so I wrote the best profile I could, found the least bald, most appealing, but still fairly accurate pictures of myself, put together a profile, and I started hurling likes and witty responses into the universe. And they fell into a void of nothingness. Just no responses. Well, nowadays there are people called profile advisors. I thought that this was kind of cool, so I had my profile advice. And they actually told me that not getting any responses is kind of normal, but they suggested I make a minor change to my profile. They said I had too many pictures of cats. I like my cats. And they're much cuter than I am, but I did take his advice. And he was kind of right. I got a few responses. But then I learned a new term, which is called ghosting. I get a like, I get a few responses, and then back into the void of nothingness. His other piece of advice was that I try one of this dating service's speed dating events. This is not a horror story about speed dating. I went to speed dating, I had some so-so appetizers, drank a really good bourbon, and then doubled my lifetime first date count. And I met some nice women, but I don't recommend it. It wasn't horrible, but there was this weird vibe, kind of anger and frustration and despair. And at first my feelings were hurt, and then I realized, it really wasn't aimed at me personal. It was just general angst about looking for love midlife. And so here I was with a clean slate and no date. I was very frustrated with dating services. And then I got a response. And I was to the point where I was just going to give up. I hoped that there was a Cupid or a dating fairy or something that was going to drop an age-appropriate, kind, funny, smart woman on my head. It hadn't happened, but that last response, I sent a message to, which led to a phone call, which led to a coffee date where I found out she was smart, she was funny, she's kind, and on top of that, she has amazing blue eyes, and she likes me. So we've been dating. That brings us to last Saturday. Now, all of our dates have been in her neighborhood, and this one was going to be in mine. I live in the scintillatingly romantic town of Puyallup. And I want to figure out a date. And I know she loves flowers. She likes spontaneity, and she's romantic. I was in luck. Some of you may know that last weekend was the Daffodil Festival. It's the third largest floral parade in the whole country, and it goes through 4 cities. And I'm dating a girl that likes flowers. Well, we go to the Daffodil Parade. Some of you may remember that the weather last weekend was less than stellar. But I have a big umbrella. We get there. It's not raining. It's hailing. But we can see clear skies ahead, and it's kind of fun to cuddle together under an umbrella. And then it stops. First part of the date goes great. We go off to lunch, and I'm trying to be spontaneous, so I do have a second part of the date planned. And we do it. She likes flowers. How would you like to go see where the daffodils come from? And we go for a tour of a tulip and daffodil farm. However, when we get there, it's hailing so hard that the ground is white. So we take refuge in the petting zoo, made friends with a llama and a pig, but I'm worried this date is going south. And then the sun comes out. And here's what happens. I don't know if Cupid exists, but what I can tell you is there's an Irish leprechaun, and she's got my back. What we got was a double rainbow over a daffodil field. You could smell clean, fresh air and flowers and practically reach up and touch the double rainbow. I can promise you that even if you're a novice like me, if you go on a date with daffodils and a double rainbow, you come out clean, unscathed, and victorious. And there will be another date.